Kakadosh Boker Tov, we're just continuing with the halachot of Pesach, Siman Tafayim Bet. Yesterday we spoke about the halachot of the arba kosot, what type of wine you could use. Now it's brought down in Sifis Gimel, even an animi, which is mipanes min tzedakah, which means a poor person that he's getting parnasah from tzedakah, he would even have to sell his clothing or borrow or rent himself out in order to get wine for the arba kosot. Remember that the 4 kosot are parallel to the 4 leshonot of Geulah, ve'otzeti etchem, ve'itzalti etchem, ve'galti etchem, ve'lakachti etchem. So therefore we have 4 cups of wine. Women, says Maran in Sif Yudaled, gam anashim chayavot be'arba kosot uvechol mitzvot anogo be'oto laila. Very important halacha. Women are obligated in all the mitzvot of the night. What does that mean, all the mitzvot of the night? Whether it's going to be matzah, maror, and saying over of the Agadah, which means sometimes women could think they come and they take these little tiny kids' cups or a 1 ounce cup, and they come and they take a little sip. They are not yotzei chovah. Women are obligated in the 4 cups of wine. They do not have to have these huge cups of wine, as I already said. Yesterday, if you think about it, 3 ounces is already Rav Chaim Naya. 3 ounces is hardly anything. They have shot glasses, which are 3 ounces. So therefore, that's all they need. And again, it's grape juice. They do not need wine. Women are obligated in the arba kosot. They're obligated in eating the maror, just like we eat the maror, and they're obligated also in Haggadah. So therefore, they have to do everything just like the men. They are no different than the men. Now what happens is that here it says, why? Because they were also part of the Nes. Whether it is the difference of opinion, whether it's that they were the cause of the Nes, because of the women Tzadkaniyot, we came out of Egypt, or they were also part of the decree, and therefore when the miracle came, it saved them as well. But whichever explanation it is, women are obligated in all the mitzvot of the night. The next halacha says, Tinokot shegiu lechinuch. When you have a child that is already at the age of chinuch, it's a mitzvah to give him a cup. Now here, when it talks about chinuch, it's already at the age of 5 or 6. However, though, when we're talking about here, you have to give him a cup, they do not have to drink a revi'it. All they have to drink is a melol lugmav of his melol lugmav, which means a cheek full of the child. So therefore, it's even going to be less than the actual 3 ounces that we spoke about. When you fill 1 cheek of the child, that's what he has to drink for the arba kosot. And again, the mitzvah is to give him as well. Then the Ramah brings down that a person should not use one of these shot glasses, which they're very, very narrow. Because if they're going to be very, very narrow, he comes and he says it's very difficult to drink the revi'it in 1 shot. And remember, you have to drink it in 1 shot. It doesn't have to be like a shot glass as a shot, but it has to be that you have it in your mouth the entire time and you're drinking. That you cannot take it off your lips when you're drinking. The last halakha is brought down, Siftet Zayin, mitzvah lechalek letinokot l'yov yegazin k'de shiru shinu v'shalu. There's a mitzvah to give out to children different candies. In the olden days, they used to give out, whether it's toasted kernels and walnuts, that was their candies of the olden days. Nowadays, Baruch Hashem, they got a little bit more sophisticated, right? Much more sugar. But the concept is that now that you're coming and you're giving children these things, it's in order to make them come and start asking. So we give out whether it's chocolates, whether it's a whole bunch of different things, which is actually very important because then the children, they're motivated and they're involved in the seder. And remember that the seder is for the children. Vigata levincha. It's for you to relate the story over to your children, to give over that tradition to your children, that they should be understanding what exactly all the miracles of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If a person wants to come and give pilpul on the night of Pesach, he's in the wrong time of the year. Because at the end of the day, it's relating all the miracles, whether it's the midrashim, and whether all the different stories and the miracles that happen throughout that night, in order that our children will receive that tradition and continue that from children, to continue going from generation to generation, the mitzvah sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim.